Today I stand before you with a message that may challenge your views, confront your beliefs, and perhaps even stir some uncomfortable feelings. The title of this speech is No Mercy. The No Mercy in the context of relentless self-improvement is about adopting a mindset that refuses to accept mediocrity. It's about pushing the boundaries of your capabilities and striving for excellence, regardless of how difficult or uncomfortable the process may seem. This concept challenges you to show no mercy to the habits, beliefs, and behaviors that limit your growth. It's about continually improving yourself, not because you are broken or incomplete, but because you recognize that you have untapped potential that can always be brought to the surface through consistent effort and the rejection of complacency. At the heart of relentless self-improvement lies a commitment to self-discipline and resilience. Many people falter when faced with setbacks because they believe failure is a reflection of their inability or worthlessness. But showing no mercy to these setbacks means seeing failure not as a permanent state, but as an opportunity to learn, adapt, and move forward. Relentless self-improvement is built on the understanding that growth is not linear. It requires constant adaptation and the willingness to fail forward. It requires looking at mistakes not as defeats, but as stepping stones on the path to mastery. In this journey, there are no shortcuts. True growth comes from consistent, sustained effort. It's about showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it, even when the odds are against you. Many people are looking for the magic formula, the perfect plan, the instant results, but the reality is that growth comes slowly and steadily through the accumulation of daily habits. The key is to commit to the process and to trust that each small step forward, no matter how insignificant it may seem in the moment, is building the foundation for something much greater. Showing no mercy to yourself means rejecting the comfort of the status quo. It means looking at the areas of your life where you've become comfortable and recognizing these are the places where growth is stagnating. Maybe it's in your career, your health, or your relationships. Maybe you've gotten used to a certain level of achievement or satisfaction and no longer feel the hunger to push beyond that. But relentless self-improvement demands that you constantly ask yourself, how can I do better? How can I become more? It's not about dissatisfaction with who you are, but about a deep recognition that you are capable of more than you currently believe. This doesn't mean being overly harsh or critical of yourself. Instead, it's about having a deep sense of awareness about your own potential and the commitment to unlocking it. It's about being honest with yourself, even when it's uncomfortable. It's the willingness to assess your strengths and weaknesses and confront them head on. It's easy to ignore the areas where we fall short or to make excuses for why we haven't yet reached our goals. But relentless self-improvement means accepting responsibility for your own growth and being willing to take the hard steps necessary to get there. Another crucial aspect of this mindset is the rejection of perfectionism. Many people fall into the trap of waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect conditions to take action. They wait until everything aligns before they commit to a change or a goal. But relentless self-improvement is about starting now in the imperfect present. It's about understanding that waiting for perfection only delays progress. You don't need to have all the answers right away, and you don't need to wait until you feel ready-ish. The key is to take action, to start, and to be open to adjusting your approach as you learn and grow. In the pursuit of self-improvement, there will always be voices, internal or external, that try to pull you back into comfort or convince you to settle. These are the voices of doubt, fear, and insecurity. But showing no mercy means refusing to listen to those voices. It's about tuning out the negativity and focusing solely on your vision and your growth. It's about being determined to silence the part of you that says you're not good enough or you can't do this. And instead, replacing those thoughts with belief and confidence in your own potential. Ultimately, relentless self-improvement is about realizing that you have the power to shape your life, to transform your future, and to become the best version of yourself. It requires a deep commitment to never stop learning, never stop evolving, and never stop striving to be better than you were yesterday. This journey is not easy, and there will be times when you want to give up. But showing no mercy to yourself means you keep going, no matter what. You commit to the long-term vision of who you want to become and reject any excuse that stands in the way. You push forward with courage, resilience, and an unwavering belief that your best self is always within reach. Overcoming fear and doubt is a central aspect of showing no mercy to the forces that hold us back. Fear and self-doubt are often the biggest obstacle standing between us and the success we desire. These emotions, though natural, can paralyze us if we allow them to dominate our thoughts and actions. To show no mercy in this context is to confront these emotions head on, to acknowledge their presence without letting them control our choices, and ultimately to replace them with confidence, courage, and action. The fear in all its forms is often rooted in the unknown. It thrives in situations where we feel uncertain or out of control, whether it's the fear of failure, rejection, or making the wrong choice. Fear has the power to stop us in our tracks and convince us that we are not capable of achieving our goals. It can distort our thinking, magnifying potential risks while minimizing our ability to handle them. The first step in overcoming fear is recognizing that it is a normal, natural part of being human. It doesn't signify weakness, it simply signals that we are pushing against our comfort zones and stepping into unfamiliar territory. To show no mercy to fear means to face it, not run from it. It's about acknowledging its presence, but refusing to let it dictate your actions. The truth is, fear often has little to do with the reality of the situation. It is more about the stories we tell ourselves, the what-ifs that we create in our minds. Instead of allowing fear to paralyze us, we must learn to take calculated risks, push through the discomfort, and trust that our ability to handle challenges will grow as we face them. Every time we choose to act in the presence of fear, we gain more control over it, reducing its power over time. Self-doubt, though it may feel like a quieter and subtler force, is just as damaging as fear. It whispers to us that we aren't good enough, that we don't have what it takes, or that our dreams are out of reach. Self-doubt is particularly dangerous because it can be insidious, creeping in when we least expect it. Often when we are about to take a significant step forward, it can convince us that we are unworthy of success, or that we don't deserve happiness. The key to overcoming self-doubt is to challenge these negative beliefs head-on. By recognizing that self-doubt is often based on irrational thoughts or past failures, we can separate our true worth from the stories our minds tell us. Showing no mercy to self-doubt requires us to take action despite these feelings. When doubt arises, instead of giving in, we must consciously decide to take the next step. This may mean embracing the discomfort of trying something new, seeking feedback from others, or pushing through the uncertainty with faith in our abilities. It's about understanding that our self-worth is not defined by our failures, mistakes, or limitations, but by our willingness to keep moving forward in the face of them. Every time we take action despite feeling doubt, we weaken its grip on us and strengthen our belief in our own potential. Moreover, fear and self-doubt often feed off each other. The more we give into one, the more we fuel the other. It becomes a cycle. Fear leads to self-doubt, which then reinforces our fear, making us even more paralyzed and uncertain. Breaking this cycle is essential to showing no mercy to these forces. We must create a new cycle, one based on courage and belief in our capabilities. This can start with small victories. For example, each time we take action, despite feeling fear or doubt, we prove to ourselves that we are capable. These victories accumulate and become the foundation for larger, more significant accomplishments. To show no mercy to fear and doubt also involves shifting our mindset. Instead of viewing failure as a reflection of our inadequacies, we must see it as a stepping stone on the road to success. Every failure is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to improve. When we stop fearing failure, we begin to see challenges as opportunities to test our limits, to innovate, and to develop resilience. Failure no longer becomes a reason to stop, but rather a reason to keep going, armed with more wisdom and experience. Showing no mercy to fear and doubt also requires a shift in how we view risk. Taking risks is an inherent part of any meaningful growth, but many of us shy away from it because of the fear of the unknown. By reframing risk as a natural and necessary part of progress, we remove the stigma and discomfort around it. We learn to embrace it as a part of the process of success, understanding that the only true failure comes from never attempting at all. In the end, to show no mercy to fear and self-doubt is to choose to believe in ourselves and take action in spite of our doubts. It is about building resilience, replacing negative self-talk with empowering thoughts, and being willing to move forward even when the outcome is uncertain. Every step we take in overcoming fear and doubt brings us closer to the person we are capable of becoming. And as we continue to confront these emotions head-on, we unlock the true power within us, making it possible to achieve things we once thought were out of reach. Persistence in the face of adversity is a defining characteristic of showing no mercy to the challenges that life inevitably throws our way. It is easy to be motivated and inspired when things are going smoothly, when success is within reach, and when obstacles seem distant. However, the true test of character lies in how we respond when adversity strikes, when everything seems to fall apart, and when the odds appear insurmountable. To show no mercy in these moments means to remain unwavering, to keep going even when the journey becomes difficult and the path forward is unclear. Adversity is something that everyone will encounter in some form or another. It could be the loss of a job, the end of a relationship, the failure of a business venture, or even personal health challenges. These moments of difficulty can bring feelings of despair, frustration, and hopelessness. Yet, showing no mercy means refusing to allow these setbacks to define us or dictate our future. It is about recognizing that adversity is not the end of the road, but merely a detour that may lead to a better and stronger version of ourselves. In fact, some of the most successful people in the world have faced great adversities and have only risen higher because of them. Persistence in the face of adversity begins with resilience, the ability to bounce back after experiencing hardship. Resilience is the foundation that allows us to endure, to continue in the face of difficulty, and to keep moving toward our goals despite obstacles. It involves a mindset that refuses to give up, even when things seem hopeless. Resilient people understand that setbacks are not permanent, that they are simply temporary roadblocks that can be overcome with time, effort, and perseverance. It is this mindset that fuels persistence, even in the darkest times. Persistence also involves maintaining a sense of purpose. When faced with adversity, it's easy to become discouraged and lose sight of why we started in the first place. The key to remaining persistent is to always keep your why at the forefront of your mind. Whether it's your passion, your dreams, or the reason you set out on your journey, this sense of purpose serves as a constant reminder of why it's worth pushing through tough times. When challenges arise, those who have a clear purpose are more likely to stay committed because they are driven by something larger than themselves. The more compelling your purpose, the more determined you will be to push forward, no matter how difficult the road becomes. Another vital component of persistence is patience. Success does not always come overnight, and sometimes the most challenging periods in life require us to endure for longer than we might expect. It's important to remember that progress isn't always linear. There may be times when it feels like we're moving backward or standing still, but that doesn't mean we've failed. Showing no mercy to adversity means continuing the journey even when it feels like progress is slow or stagnant. Patience allows us to ride out the hard times, knowing that better days are ahead. It teaches us that the results we seek require time, and the challenges we face are part of the process, not a reason to stop. Moreover, persistence in adversity requires the ability to adapt. In life, obstacles rarely come in the form we expect, and the solutions we initially envision may not always work. Showing no mercy means being flexible enough to change course when necessary. It's about finding new ways to approach a problem, seeking out new opportunities even when the original plan has been disrupted. Adaptability is crucial because it enables us to maintain forward momentum even when things don't go according to plan. Those who persist are often the ones who are able to adjust their strategies while keeping their eyes fixed on the ultimate goal. One of the most significant aspects of persistence is learning to embrace discomfort. Adversity often brings with it a great deal of discomfort, whether physical, emotional, or mental. Yet, it's in these uncomfortable moments that we experience the most growth. To show no mercy to adversity means to lean into discomfort, to push through the pain and uncertainty rather than avoiding it. This doesn't mean being reckless or ignoring the need for rest or recovery, but it does mean refusing to let discomfort be a barrier that stops you from reaching your goals. By embracing discomfort, we become stronger, more capable, and better equipped to handle future challenges. Furthermore, persistence often requires support from others. While it's important to cultivate inner strength, there is no shame in seeking help when faced with adversity. Sometimes the most persistent people are those who are able to lean on their networks, whether it's family, friends, mentors, or colleagues when they need it most. Surrounding ourselves with a supportive community can provide the encouragement, advice, and strength we need to keep going when the road is rough. It also reminds us that we are not alone in our struggles, and that others have faced similar challenges and emerged victorious. In the end, persistence in the face of adversity is not about avoiding hardship or seeking an easy path. It's about showing no mercy to the obstacles that stand in the way of our dreams. It's about embracing the struggle, finding strength in adversity, and using every setback as a stepping stone to success. Those who persist, who refuse to give up in the face of challenges, are the ones who ultimately triumph. They understand that adversity is not the end of the journey, but an integral part of it, and through it, they become the people they were always meant to be. To pursue excellence means to develop an unwavering commitment to improvement. This commitment is rooted in a deep understanding that there is always room for growth. It's not about perfection, but about consistent progress and a desire to do better today than we did yesterday. In many ways, pursuing excellence requires a mindset shift, one that rejects complacency and embraces the idea that there are always new heights to reach. Mediocrity becomes unacceptable because we recognize that our potential is far greater than simply doing enough to get by. We are not satisfied with the status quo. We challenge ourselves to exceed expectations, to set new benchmarks, and to constantly evolve. The journey toward excellence is built on discipline and consistency. Achieving excellence is not about sporadic bursts of effort, but about making the effort a daily habit. It's about developing the discipline to practice, to refine our skills, and to push through fatigue and frustration when things get difficult. Excellence requires the willingness to work long hours, to make sacrifices, and to stay focused on the end goal, even when the immediate rewards are not visible. It's easy to stay motivated when we're seeing quick results, but true excellence demands that we continue, even when the path is unclear or progress seems slow. Those who pursue excellence understand that greatness is often forged in the mundane, in the hours spent practicing and improving when no one is watching. At the same time, the pursuit of excellence demands that we set high standards for ourselves. Excellence is about pushing the boundaries of what is considered possible, not just accepting what is comfortable or convenient. By setting high standards, we force ourselves to go above and beyond, to challenge ourselves in ways that may seem daunting at first. These high standards are what differentiate the average from the exceptional. When we raise the bar for ourselves, we create an environment in which we are constantly striving for better results, better outcomes, and better personal development. This constant push for improvement drives us to explore new possibilities, to innovate, and to never settle for less than our best. Excellence also requires a deep level of focus and determination. In a world full of distractions and temptations, staying focused on the pursuit of excellence can be difficult. The pursuit of excellence demands that we keep our eyes fixed on the long-term vision, even when we are faced with immediate distractions or the lure of shortcuts. It means saying no to things that don't align with our goals and making tough choices about how we spend our time and energy. Excellence requires a relentless commitment to the process, even when the outcome is not guaranteed. It's about focusing on the journey rather than just the destination, and understanding that each step we take toward improvement is part of the larger picture of success. In addition to discipline and focus, pursuing excellence involves embracing failure as an integral part of the journey. Many people shy away from failure, seeing it as something to avoid at all costs. However, the pursuit of excellence requires us to understand that failure is not the opposite of success, but rather a stepping stone toward it. Every failure brings with it a lesson, an opportunity to learn, and a chance to refine our approach. Those who pursue excellence are not deterred by failure. Instead, they use it to fuel their drive, refine their methods, and become even more committed to their goals. Failure is simply part of the process of mastering any craft, and those who pursue excellence recognize that it is through failure that they develop the resilience and determination needed to ultimately succeed. Another aspect of the pursuit of excellence is surrounding ourselves with others who share the same commitment to greatness. Excellence often requires collaboration, mentorship, and feedback. When we are surrounded by people who push us to do better, who challenge us to think differently, and who hold us accountable to our highest potential, we are more likely to reach our own levels of excellence. Excellence is not a solitary journey, it is a collective effort, one that is enriched by the support, encouragement, and inspiration of others. By learning from those who are already excelling in their fields, we gain new insights and strategies that can help us on our own path toward excellence. Finally, pursuing excellence is about finding purpose in what we do. It is not enough to simply strive for excellence for the sake of achievement or recognition. True excellence is driven by a deep passion for the work itself, a desire to make a meaningful impact, and a commitment to contributing to something greater than ourselves. When we pursue excellence with purpose, our efforts become infused with meaning, and every challenge, every obstacle, and every triumph takes on greater significance. This sense of purpose sustains us through the tough times and keeps us motivated to continue even when the journey becomes difficult. In conclusion, the pursuit of excellence is a continuous, unwavering commitment to growth, improvement, and self-mastery. It requires discipline, focus, resilience, and a relentless drive to be better every day. To show no mercy in this pursuit means to refuse to settle for mediocrity, to constantly push the boundaries of what we are capable of, and to never stop striving for greatness. Excellence is not an endpoint, but a journey, one that transforms us, shapes us, and empowers us to reach heights we once thought were beyond our reach. Success often requires bold decision-making and the willingness to take calculated risks. Playing it safe may offer security, but it rarely leads to extraordinary outcomes. Showing no mercy to hesitation or fear of the unknown involves embracing risk as an integral part of growth and achievement. It's not about recklessness or acting without consideration. It's about making thoughtful choices that push us beyond our comfort zones and open doors to opportunities we might otherwise miss. Taking risks begins with recognizing that fear is often a natural response to uncertainty. Fear can act as a protective mechanism, warning us of potential dangers, but it can also become a barrier that prevents us from reaching our goals. To show no mercy to fear means not allowing it to dictate our decisions. Instead of being paralyzed by what could go wrong, those who succeed focus on what could go right. They weigh the potential rewards against the risks, making informed decisions based on a careful assessment of the situation. This mindset allows them to move forward despite the discomfort that comes with uncertainty. Calculated risk-taking involves preparation and planning. While it might seem that bold decisions are made on impulse, the reality is that successful risk-takers often spend considerable time analyzing the situation, gathering information, and weighing their options. They anticipate potential obstacles and prepare contingency plans to address them. This level of preparation does not eliminate risk, but it does reduce unnecessary exposure to failure and increases the likelihood of a positive outcome. By approaching risks strategically, they are able to maximize the rewards while minimizing potential downsides. Risk-taking is also deeply tied to innovation and progress. Many of the world's greatest advancements, whether in business, technology, or the arts, have come from individuals or groups who were willing to challenge the status quo and venture into uncharted territory. These pioneers understood that real breakthroughs require stepping away from what is familiar and comfortable. By taking risks, they created opportunities to explore new ideas, experiment with novel approaches, and discover solutions that might never have been found through cautious, incremental progress. And bold decisions and a willingness to face uncertainty are often the catalyst for significant achievements. A critical aspect of taking risks is resilience in the face of failure. Not every risk will lead to success, and setbacks are an inevitable part of the process. However, those who show no mercy to fear and doubt understand that failure is not a permanent state. It is a learning experience. They view setbacks as opportunities to gather valuable lessons, refine their strategies, and come back stronger. This ability to bounce back and continue taking calculated risks is what sets high achievers apart from those who remain stuck in their comfort zones. Failure is not the end, it is simply a step on the journey toward success. Risk-taking also requires confidence and self-belief. Doubt and insecurity can be paralyzing, causing individuals to hesitate or abandon opportunities altogether. By cultivating a strong sense of self-assurance, bold decision-makers are able to push past these doubts and trust in their abilities to navigate challenges. Confidence doesn't mean ignoring potential pitfalls, it means believing in one's capacity to overcome them. This self-assurance is often contagious, inspiring others to support and invest in their vision. The confidence to take risks can lead to partnerships, collaborations, and opportunities that would otherwise remain out of reach. Moreover, risk-taking often demands adaptability and flexibility. Once a bold decision is made, the journey rarely unfolds exactly as planned. Unforeseen obstacles, changes in circumstances, and unexpected opportunities can all arise along the way. Those who thrive in uncertain situations are able to adjust their plans and pivot when necessary, ensuring that they remain on course toward their goals. This adaptability allows them to turn challenges into advantages and capitalize on new developments. Flexibility is not about abandoning the original vision, but about finding creative ways to achieve it in the face of changing conditions. Taking risks can also lead to personal growth and transformation. Every time we step outside our comfort zones, we challenge ourselves to grow stronger, wiser, and more capable. Risks test our limits, forcing us to develop new skills, acquire knowledge, and build resilience. These experiences often reveal strengths we didn't know we had, and they can deepen our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. The willingness to take risks allows us to explore our full potential, unlocking opportunities for growth that might otherwise remain hidden. Ultimately, taking risks is about seizing the moment and refusing to let opportunities slip away. Life is full of fleeting chances that, if not acted upon, may never come again. Those who show no mercy to hesitation or self-doubt are able to recognize these opportunities and act decisively. They understand that the greatest regret often comes not from the risks we take, but from the risks we avoid. By embracing the unknown and stepping forward with courage, they ensure that they will not look back on their lives wondering what if, bold decision-making and risk-taking are essential for those who seek to achieve greatness. They are the driving forces behind innovation, growth, and success. By preparing thoroughly, embracing uncertainty, and remaining resilient in the face of setbacks, individuals can turn risks into opportunities and challenges into triumphs. Showing no mercy in this context means refusing to let fear hold us back, trusting in our ability to adapt and persevere, and recognizing that the rewards of taking bold action far outweigh the risks of standing still. The commitment to continuous improvement is a fundamental principle for anyone striving to achieve greatness. It embodies the idea that growth is an ongoing journey rather than a destination. To adopt a mindset of relentless self-betterment is to acknowledge that no matter how skilled or knowledgeable we become, there is always room for progress. This pursuit of improvement is not limited to professional endeavors. It extends to all areas of life, including personal growth, relationships, and overall well-being. Is a declaration that mediocrity is unacceptable and that each day provides a new opportunity to become better than the day before. Continuous improvement begins with a willingness to embrace learning as a lifelong process. This involves an open-minded approach to acquiring new knowledge and skills, whether through formal education, self-study, or practical experience. The most successful individuals and organizations understand that staying stagnant in an ever-changing world is a recipe for obsolescence. To remain relevant and competitive, we must be proactive in seeking out opportunities to learn and grow. This could mean staying updated on industry trends, learning a new language, mastering a new skill, or simply developing better habits that enhance productivity and efficiency. Feedback is a crucial component of improvement. To show no mercy to complacency, one must actively seek constructive criticism and use it as a tool for growth. Feedback provides valuable insights into our strengths and areas for development, allowing us to focus our efforts on what truly matters. While it can be challenging to accept criticism, especially when it highlights our weaknesses, those committed to improvement view it as an opportunity rather than a threat. They understand that feedback is not a judgment of their worth, but a roadmap for becoming better. By listening to others and reflecting on their input, we gain perspectives that we might not see on our own, helping us refine our skills and strategies. Another essential aspect of continuous improvement is setting clear goals. Without a defined target, efforts to improve can become aimless and unproductive. Goals provide direction and motivation, giving us a sense of purpose and a measurable standard against which to track progress. These goals should be challenging yet attainable, pushing us out of our comfort zones while remaining realistic enough to maintain focus. Breaking larger goals into smaller, manageable steps helps to maintain momentum and build confidence as we achieve each milestone. This step-by-step approach ensures that improvement is sustainable over time. Discipline and consistency are the engines that drive continuous improvement. Progress is rarely achieved through sporadic bursts of effort. Instead, it requires sustained action and dedication. Building new habits, refining existing skills, or overcoming weaknesses demands a consistent commitment to the process. There will be days when motivation wanes, but those who are truly dedicated to improvement understand that showing up and putting in the effort, even when it feels difficult, is what ultimately leads to transformation. Discipline means sticking to the plan, staying focused on long-term goals, and resisting the temptation to take shortcuts or settle for less. Adaptability plays a significant role in self-betterment. The path to improvement is rarely linear. Unexpected challenges and changes often arise along the way. Those who are committed to growth understand that flexibility is key to navigating these obstacles. Rather than being discouraged by setbacks, they view them as opportunities to reassess their strategies and find better ways to achieve their objectives. Adaptability also means staying open to new ideas and perspectives, recognizing that what worked in the past may not always be effective in the future. By embracing change and remaining agile, individuals and organizations can continue to improve even in the face of uncertainty. Self-reflection is another cornerstone of continuous improvement. Taking the time to evaluate our actions, decisions, and outcomes helps us identify patterns, recognize achievements, and pinpoint areas for growth. Reflection allows us to celebrate progress while also holding ourselves accountable for areas where we may have fallen short. It is through honest self-assessment that we gain the clarity needed to move forward with purpose and intention. Regular reflection fosters self-awareness, helping us understand our values, priorities, and motivations, which are essential for aligning our efforts with our true aspirations. The pursuit of improvement is not without its challenges. It requires patience, as meaningful progress often takes time. It demands resilience, as setbacks and failures are inevitable along the way. It calls for humility, as we must acknowledge that we are not perfect and that there is always more to learn. However, the rewards of continuous improvement far outweigh the difficulties. Each step forward, no matter how small, builds momentum and confidence, leading to a profound sense of fulfillment and accomplishment. Ultimately, continuous improvement is about becoming the best version of ourselves, not just for our own benefit, but also for the benefit of those around us. When we commit to self-betterment, we inspire others to do the same. We contribute more effectively to our teams, families, and communities, creating a ripple effect of positive change. By showing no mercy to stagnation or complacency, we set a powerful example of what is possible when we dedicate ourselves to growth. In doing so, we unlock our full potential, achieve our aspirations, and leave a lasting impact on the world around us.